Hello there and welcome to another episode of Studs Up, brought to you by talkSPORT Bet. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. You're watching us on YouTube and you're listening wherever you listen to your podcasts, on Apple, on Spotify. So thanks again, and we've got a blockbuster show for you. Again, some of the topics are picking themselves. We've got Bruno chat. We've got family chat. Should they be involved in the players' lives as heavily as they are these days? And we're reviewing and previewing the Premier League as well. So much to go at, but I'm going to introduce the two people that are in the studio for me. You know I like to do a little intro. And I'm going to introduce the man to my left first because I am so excited to have him here. How many sporting superstars do you know that reinvent themselves? Do you know what I mean? Because we're talking about a former footballing Premier League superstar, right? But now he's the talkSPORT World Darts Champion. It is Dean Saunders. How are you, sir?
Good, Ryan. Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks for inviting me on.
No problem, honestly.
I've watched the show. It's good.
Good. Yeah, do you know what? It's so good to have you. You've always been on the hit list. As I introduce the partner in crime here, who also knows a thing about 180s, because he 180s out of a Sports Direct when they sell football tops to grown men. It gives him the ick. It is Rory Jennings. How are you, sir?
Yeah, very well, Ryan. Yeah, looking forward to this. It'll be good. It's great to have Dean in, eh?
Isn't it? Isn't it just?
I remember that, actually, Rory. When you said
hot take.
people shouldn't wear football kits. Yeah.
What do you think?
That took off.
What do you think?
No, they should. I think they should.
Do you?
Well, yeah, it's part of the...
Of course they should.
It's tribal, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, get it on like the Wales kits when we play Wales. They wear the hats as well, the bucket hats. So I'm thinking of Wales in that situation, yeah. But I'm sure you just said that, didn't he, for effect?
No, he means it. Let me tell you something about that boy.
You've never worn a Chelsea kit then?
In a very particular circumstance, what I've never done in my entire life, I've never worn it to the game.
Haven't you?
No, not when I was a child.
Doesn't that make sense?
When I was a child,
wear
and I
it
watched
to the
you
game?
score at Stamford Bridge for Derby.
All right.
But
which one?
But yeah, but yeah, when I was a kid, I was certainly, I'd have the old Commodore kit on or whatever. But no, not anymore. I haven't worn it in my adult life.
Do you know what I've got in the back of my car?
Go on.
4 Mo Salah Liverpool shirts
Oh, wow.
with Salah on the back.
Yeah.
And last week, when he was talking about leaving, I was thinking, they're not going to be worth much if he goes.
No, I
don't know.
Collector's item.
Give it time, because nostalgia can be very kind to certain players. So you might be right. Do you know what? We can't have you here. I mentioned the darts already. Was that easy? Because it looked like you breezed it from where we were sat.
Well, you did pull me before the tournament and say your joint favourite. And I went, with who? And you went, Cundy. So I went, well, is he getting secret lessons or something? Someone knows something.
That's what I thought.
It's like a horse.
Yeah.
Everybody has a bet on it. They've heard something behind the scenes. He's been training well.
And the price gets shorter and shorter and shorter, and you're like, hold on a second.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, is he the danger man, Cundy? And then I watched Jamie O'Hara, talented. In the warm up, he was 120, 100, 120, 80, and then Goldstein come in, and he started it in 60s, and I thought he's a danger as well.
But the lights came on, Dino.
Oh yeah,
And they crumbled, didn't they?
well, I beat Jermaine in the first round, then I beat Gabby.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest, I didn't play that well.
See this.
I know I won.
3 in a
He
row.
won on a bad day.
Well, I got double 2 to win. Normally, it shows a standard, doesn't it? You're normally in double 20, double 16, double 10.
Yeah.
When you get down to double 1,
Yeah.
you know the standard's not very good. And then I beat Jamie in the final, because, do you know what? He's going to have to find another sport. I beat him at golf 4 times on the bounce. I beat him at darts. I mean, he crumbled in the final.
Yeah,
he crumbled at Molyneux when he played for me. And I should have took him straight off, and I left him on, cost me my job, leaving him on the pitch. And he just crumbles when it comes to the crunch.
Yeah.
Mentally weak.
Wow, we have gone in.
So we need. I'm maybe take him on at fishing.
Yeah.
Something like that. Something he can beat me at. Just to give him a bit of confidence.
Let him pick. Let him pick a sport. That's what you got to do.
I'm going to say Apparently he's good at fishing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was threatening that when. Can you remember when he sulked off the golf?
Yeah, I do remember
He threw
that,
his clubs.
Yeah.
He threw them.
He threw his clubs because I beat him, and he walked off and he said, "That's it. I'm packing golf in." You know, like a.
Like a petulant kid.
I'm never playing golf ever again.
A board game.
I'm going fishing from now on. I said, "Well, I'll play you at fishing."
Yeah, I'll beat you at fishing. Who catches the biggest carp?
I'll make you hate that sport as well. You know what? We can't have you here without kind of picking your brains, for you've managed Jamie O'Hara, of course, you've alluded to there. So we're going to have a bit of fun here, Rory, right? Because we like to talk about some of the talent that is in this building, that has formerly played the game. So you've managed Jamie O'Hara. We're going to play a quick game to see whether you would sign these players, okay? And we'll get him to rank them out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah? Be all right with that?
Yeah,
okay. And then I'll cross-reference it with you, Rory, and see what you think. So we'll start off. Gabby Abongahor, would you have signed him for your club?
Well, yeah, he's lightning quick, strong, bigger than you think he is. When you stand next to him, you think, I didn't realise. I thought he was like a bit of a Luke Young type build. Ashley Young, sorry, not Luke Young. Yeah. Ashley Young. You thought he's like a wispy winger,
yeah.
But he's not. He's actually 6'1", 6'2", probably 14 stone. Hard to knock off the ball.
He was rapid when he played.
Yeah, quick and scored enough and made enough. He wasn't an out-and-out striker. So, yeah, you'd have him. I mean, never underestimate. When you meet these players, because I've managed at all levels. I've managed in non-league. And the Premier League players who are playing for the big clubs, they're like different animals.
Yeah.
Mentally and drive-wise inside them. That you can't see that. When you look at him, you think, he's talented, but you can't see in his stomach and the head how determined they are, and that's your biggest strength.
Yeah. You think
self-motivation. Well, you can't play at that level for as long as he did.
Yeah.
At Aston Villa, a big club.
Top goal scorer as well until recently.
So,
to be fair to him.
Yeah, I'd have Gabby in the team.
Okay, we're going to go into the deep end here. Would you re-sign Jamie O'Hara?
Well, actually, I done the sports bar with him the other night, and he looks fitter now than he did when he played for Wolves. So I remember I was manager, right, and I got there, and the club was a bit like Sunderland, a bit like Rob Edwards' job now. You take over and there's 3 groups of players. I'm the 4th manager in 12 months.
Right.
So 3 managers have signed 4 or 5 players, and they all want to leave for various reasons. They don't want to be there. Because players, when you start losing, it's him and it's him. So you've got 3 groups of players. Anyway, Jamie wasn't fit when I got there. He was going through a bad patch in his life. And at the time, it's easy afterwards when you look back. But at the time, he wasn't right. He wasn't fit. And we were searching for results. And as a manager, if you don't win, you know you're going to get it. So I think we drew out the first 10 games as manager, and I'd left Doncaster and we were top of the league, winning. And my first 10 games at Wolves, we drew 5 and lost 5 games, I think 2-1. So I haven't won for 10 games. Imagine. And you're like, a bit like, like a Celtic manager.
Yeah.
He must be thinking, what have I done? Anyway, I sat them all in the room, and I thought, I'm going to tell them all the truth. You can either walk out the room thinking I'm an idiot, or you can look in the mirror. So I went round the room and I said, when I played football, I had people I didn't like playing against. Normally, I'll tell you, there's a player I didn't like playing against, Martin Keown. Aggressive or quick. They're one or the other.
Yeah.
They're not good footballers. They're either aggressive or quick. And it'll be the same for you too. Somebody will come in your head you didn't like playing against. That person's either hurting you, really aggressive, or he's really quick, or both. Martin was both. So I went, so have you all got someone in your head? And they're all sitting there. They're all going, yeah. I said, so what do you think people are saying about you?
Yeah.
So I went, Jamie, honestly, I'd love to play against you.
Oh, you say that to him in front of
everyone.
Really?
Wow.
Right? I was trying to wake him up. And like sometimes, everybody thinks man management is, come on, son. You know you're good. I know you're good.
Yeah.
You can do it. Come on. Like, man management sometimes is wake up. You're starting to think you're something else. Do what you're good at. You've got to this stage in your life where you're playing for a big club for a reason. You're good at something. Don't start thinking you're good at something else.
Yeah.
Do what you're good at. So I'm going to wake him up in the meeting. I said, I'm fitter than you now. You're never going to hurt me. You're never going to run past me into the box. And the last minute of the game, you'll let me run. And I'll get the better of you.
Wow.
Now. And he went, that's a bit harsh, Gaff.
Did he?
I said, Jamie, either look in the mirror, go home now and listen to what I've said, or just think I'm an idiot.
Did he listen?
No. No, but he respects. I was honest with him, and I went round them all, and I said, like, you know, we had Kevin Doyle, Ebanks, Blake, Wardy, Roger Johnson, Bearer.
Gosh.
You know, we had lots of good players in the room, and I just said to him, like,
Step
you know,
it up.
look, I'm going to tell you the truth. You're not, like, we can't lose 10 games. We can't not win. With the players in this room, in the league we're in, you're obviously not doing it. It's not me.
Yeah.
I'm the fourth manager you've had.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. You ain't getting me the sack. I said to him, you're not getting me the sack.
Wow.
I ain't getting sacked. Obviously I did. But I lasted 3.5 months. But now it's different. You know, you're either dead straight with the players. I think what the best you can hope for when you're a manager is they think you're an idiot.
Right.
Right? The ones you don't pick, they think you're an idiot. If you don't tell them the truth and you lie to them and you say, listen, I'm leaving you out, you're playing next week, things like that, and you don't play them, they'll cross the road to avoid you today.
Yeah, for sure.
And think a worse word.
Yeah, okay.
You can't please everyone.
No.
You look at Maresca, he's got 30 players. There's only 11 happy. The rest are going like idiot.
Yeah.
Right,
You know,
I'll knock us back on course here. I'm going to take that as a no for Jamie O'Hara.
No, Jamie, great left foot. I'm only joking about what I say about him. Actually, really talented, great left foot.
Yes or no, would you re-sign him?
If he was fit,
Yeah.
you'd have him in your team because you can play through him.
Yeah, he could be a lovely player.
Yeah,
he could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm only joking.
I feel like I know, we know. Right, let's go. I think I know the answer to this one. Ali McCoist, would you have him at your club?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you know what? If you ask a manager, what you're looking for, a striker who scores goals and runs forward without the ball.
Yeah.
Talking
can't
about
find
yourself there, isn't it?
I see. I know what you're doing.
Well, yeah, it's hard to get players to run that way.
Yeah.
Because you get out of breath. See, some of them take the easy option, come towards the ball all the time, and it's hard. You're playing in your own half all the time. So Ali McCoist, a bit like Billy Sharp, obviously better standard. I would be stood in the technical area watching the game thinking, what shall I do? We're not playing very well. Bang. Billy scores out of nothing.
Yeah.
Ali McCoist was the same.
Darren Bent, would you sign him?
Same again, 200 odd goals in the Premier League. Good athlete, quick. I'd have Darren Bent in my team as well.
And finally, Jason Cundy, would you sign him?
Cundy, centre half.
Yeah.
Probably not big enough to be a centre half.
You must have played against him.
He's quite tall though, no?
No, he's not tall. He's about 6 foot. And that makes a difference. It doesn't make a difference on goal kicks and free kicks coming in the box. It makes a difference when someone leans on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Right.
Peter Crouch would just put his arm on Cundy's shoulder and
You
just
don't
head it
fall.
in.
Yeah.
You can't get off the ground.
Yeah.
Do you ever come? You must have faced off against Cundy.
Cundy, yeah, I played against Cundy loads of times, and
You ever score?
I
Field day?
owe a lot to Cundy because he sort of made my career. No, Jason, great lad, great presenter, and what gets me is he played for Spurs against me,
I know.
and hammers them.
I know.
Yeah.
He's got no shame, that
Chelsea,
boy.
innit?
No, he's Chelsea through and through, isn't he? But
yeah.
Cundy was a good player as well.
Right. So I've got here a lovely question in front of me. Is who's the best player that you've ever signed, or we can open it up to managed?
Well, I've never spent 1 pence on a player.
Oh,
Really?
No, I've managed 6 teams, and I've never
Never give you any
I've never
budget?
paid a transfer fee
no way.
for a player. No, so all the players I've signed are either on loan or
They didn't trust you with the money, Dino. Is that what it is?
I took some bad jobs.
Yeah. They didn't have any left once
No,
they paid his
actually,
wages.
That's it. Yeah, you got it.
Well, when I went to Wolves, I thought I'm going to spend a couple of million on a striker. You know, if you pay a couple of million for a striker, it means the club who's got him doesn't want to lose him. But if they give the striker away, there's a
doing them the
reason for
favour.
it.
Yeah.
There's a reason. Either on too much money, too old, not running, something's happened.
Yeah.
And then you have to try and piece it together. So you go, right, can I get a young lad on loan who looks like he might get 25? He's in the youth team at Southampton. I'll have him on loan and hope he comes off for you. It's like that, though,
Yeah.
because you can lose your job doing it. Or you sign somebody like Robbie Fowler when he's 37, who's on too much money at the club and they want to get rid of him.
Okay.
But you know he can score.
Yeah.
but you have to manage him. So you got two options, like you do things like that to try and put your team together.
Is there a name that kind of springs to mind when I ask you the
El
question?
Hadj Diouf.
Really?
I signed El Hadj Diouf at Doncaster.
How old would he have been then? El Hadj
Diouf, he's getting to the end.
He
was at Leeds, and he come to me from Leeds.
He hasn't got a great reputation, Diouf.
No.
How did you find him?
Likeable rogue.
Was he likeable?
But what he was really good at, if you roll the ball up the channel, right back's got the ball, rolls it up the channel to him, can't get the ball off him.
Really?
Foul. You either foul him, and he was brilliant at getting fouls.
Yeah.
Or his bottom half was like Mark Hughes.
Yeah.
Strength, like they'd bounce off, just skill, talent.
Yeah.
Obviously his character wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but I actually found him a likeable rogue. Right. And obviously you got everything he says you take with a pinch of salt. He said to me one day, Gaffer, I've got to go back to Senegal. Got to go back. I went, it's Monday morning. I went, why? He went, the president of Senegal.
It started off well.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The answer's yes then.
He goes, he's up for election. And if he's not got the Diouf with him, then he's going to lose the election.
He referred to himself as the Diouf.
Stop. No.
So I went. Awesome. So I've gone at that. It's Monday. I've gone. I'm thinking, yeah, all right. I went, Diouf, you can't go back to Senegal. We got a game Saturday. He goes, Gaffer, you don't understand. If I don't go back, if the president's not got the Diouf at the side of him, he loses the election. Senegal will crumble. The country will collapse. The
country's in your hands, Dean Saunders.
So I'm going like this. So I'm going. Right, I know you're lying, but I said, Diouf, I'll tell you what I'll do with you. Don't tell anybody else in there. Make sure you're back Thursday.
Right.
We got a game Saturday. Don't let me down. Come back Thursday. Don't tell anybody you're going. And if the country's going to collapse, what can I say to that?
Yeah.
And he goes, thank you, Gaffer. Right, so he went. So Brian Carey, my assistant, I went, Brian, I've heard a classic. I've heard it all. I've heard Fog in the Tunnel, late for training. This is a new one. He said, the country's going to crumble if I don't let him go. He goes, well, just let him go. Like, you know what I mean? So Wednesday, we're in the canteen, training ground, and somebody's got the remote control. And they go in, they're flicking through the channels. Al Jazeera TV comes on.
Oh, no.
Diouf sat next to the president
He's telling the
with
truth.
a white gown on. Yeah,
Told the truth.
yeah.
Oh,
he was telling the
he's telling the
truth.
truth.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
the lads,
amazing.
but he hadn't told the lads he'd gone, so they're all going, "Is that Diouf?" I went, "No, that's not him." I said, "He just looks like him. He's got the sort."
Oh, I thought you were
Anyway,
going to
yeah.
he got spotted
But-
at a bar or something like that. Or that's unbelievable.
No,
That's
good
amazing.
player, but
Wow.
really talented, but obviously a bit flawed. But aren't we all? Aren't we all?
Exactly. Hey, I love that answer, by the way. Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching, and sorry for interrupting. I really hope you're enjoying the show, but I've got breaking news. talkSPORT Bet are running an amazing competition. You'll be in a chance to win 2 VIP tickets to Chelsea versus Aston Villa on Saturday, the 27th of December. It's for new customers, and in order to redeem this offer, it's part of the Bet 10, Get 40. So you bet 10, get £40 in free bets, and all you've got to do is visit www.talksportbet.com/Chelsea VIP. When I say VIP, I mean food, I mean drinks, I mean hospitality, amazing seating as well. talkSPORT Bet will really look after you. So once again, it's part of our welcome offer. You bet 10, you get £40 in free bets, and we'll automatically enter you into this prize draw. And it's talksportbet.com/Chelsea VIP. Got to be in it to win it. Amazing. We had to do that, didn't we, Rory?
Yeah,
we had
of
to pick his brains. As we move on to topics of the week, and we had a little bit of a discussion in agreement before we were on air here, and I know there's a few topics that these two are dying to get their teeth sunk into. So let's start with you, Rory, on family affairs, right? Obviously, Kobe Mainoo's brother. He takes off his top. He's got free Kobe Mainoo. It's at Old Trafford. He clearly knows what he's doing in what is a delicate time for Kobe Mainoo. You know, that it is a massive talking point within the Man United fan base about whether he should be starting or not. Do you think there's any place, or how can you stop it, but do you think there's any place for families getting involved in things like this in football?
Of course not. Of course not. I think that Kobe Mainoo is correct on one level. I think that he should be playing for Manchester United.
Yeah.
And I think if it ever became a conversation of Amorim or Mainoo, I have absolutely no reason why anyone would back Amorim over Kobe Mainoo. Kobe Mainoo started for England in a Euros final. Kobe Mainoo scored in an FA Cup final for Manchester United against Manchester City, and also, most importantly, when you look at that Man United midfield, Mainoo's good enough to be playing. So the fact that he isn't playing, I think is wrong, and I think Amorim's getting it wrong. But I would always extend a courtesy to the office of Man United manager. I don't rate Amorim. I think he should be sacked. I think he should have been sacked when they got beat by Tottenham in the European final. But he's still the Man United manager, and his word needs to be taken seriously. You can't have your brother doing your PR in the stands.
No.
It's unedifying, it's unprofessional, and I don't think it paints Kobe Mainoo in the most positive light either. I've been very impressed with the way that he wrongly hasn't been playing but has kept his head down.
Yeah.
And suddenly we're discussing his brother in the stands, like cheerleading.
Yeah,
I don't think it's right.
It's kind of came out that he may have knew about that and that was going on as well. So it is sad. What do you think? Because we've seen it with, was it Tuchel's mum that came out?
Tuchel's mum spoke about Jude Bellingham.
About Bellingham.
She said that he was disgusting.
Yeah, and then we've
Look at the damage that caused.
Exactly.
Still has.
Yeah.
We had something with Maguire's, I think, mother or partner.
Yeah,
I can't
Maguire's
remember.
mum was annoyed when he was getting trolled.
Yeah, Garnacho's brother.
Garnacho's brother didn't stop, did he?
No,
Garnacho's brother was a real distraction.
Goalkeeper at Arsenal.
At Man United.
Yeah, so how do you tackle this, Dino? Because, from a manager's perspective, this must be an absolute nightmare.
Well, my son plays, and you do feel like when they get left out or not treated very well, you do feel like ringing the manager up and saying, I have thought, I'm going to ring the manager up and say, you can't do that. You do, because it's your son.
Yeah, of course.
And you feel it worse. And I realised when I first become a manager, as soon as you pick the first team I ever picked at Wrexham as a manager, you inherit at least 200 enemies. You haven't got any before you pick the team. So you've now got 11 players who like you, and there's about 15 who don't like you. Their mums and dads, there's 30. Right? There's another 30. That's 45. Their agents, there's another 15. That's 60. Then you've got the girlfriends and wives.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So you leave people out, all the families like raging. So...
But there's got to be an element of professionalism, hasn't there?
Yeah,
like if
you
were ever left out, if you were ever left out of a side where you felt like you should be starting, would you ever do anything publicly against a manager?
I don't think I ever have said anything which is a bit like, I mean, just to show I'm not biased, Salah's outburst looked like he was trying to get Slot the sack. It's me or you.
Yeah.
You can't treat me like that, leaving me out for 3 games. So I don't think I've ever done anything like that. But no, you can't. You do your talking on the pitch. Don't, like, it makes it worse. What was the goal? He's at Newcastle now. Sorry,
Ramsdale's
dad.
old man. Ramsdale's old man was swearing at people on Twitter.
And he's got the right intentions. You know, he loves his son, and he don't like seeing his son being treated, in his eyes, badly. But you make it worse because in the dressing room and on the pitch, now you've made the whole thing worse. So you got to do your talking on the pitch. And I would like to think Mainoo pulls his brother. I know his agent, Mainoo's agent. I know him really well, and he's worried about him just drifting. You know, he's drifted off into oblivion from where he was in the England team, and he won't be happy that his brother has done that.
I just think whatever the brother was hoping to achieve by doing that is completely counterproductive. That what he's done by taking his top off there and getting everybody talking, which essentially
that's the point. I think it's mission accomplished.
I think it is as far as getting people talking. But with regards to Kobe Mainoo's future, or whether he starts for Manchester United or whether he's sold, I don't think that gets changed by that moment or the fact that people are talking about it. I don't think it influences it one bit.
What does it mean, by the way, Ryan? Right, free Kobe Mainoo. What does that actually mean?
Let him go.
Give him a free transfer.
I think let him go on loan.
I think it means
sell him.
Stop clipping his wings.
Yeah, essentially.
Let him go.
Yeah,
that means let him go.
Play football, either here or there would be my reading of it. Let him play football.
Well, when he signed a contract for whatever, 50 grand a week, 100 grand a week, give the money back, and then you can go.
Yeah,
I think Kobe Mainoo, the reason why this is slightly difficult is because I agree with the intent. I don't agree with the methodology used.
Yeah.
You can't have cheerleaders in the stadium who are related to you trying to dictate what the Manchester United manager picks. And I don't think you can do that.
No.
But the message is correct. There is absolutely no way that Kobe Mainoo doesn't improve the Manchester United team.
According to you.
But according to
you, you think.
But I'm right
as
well, aren't I? Like, I am right.
So who'd you leave out? You got Casemiro
I think
and
anyone,
Fernandes.
I mean, I'd leave out Casemiro. You play a shape that accommodates.
You change the formation.
You play a shape that accommodates Mainoo.
Well, he won't do that, will he? And
No.
I was quite shocked at, was it the Everton game when they had a man sent off?
Yeah, the Dewsbury Hall game.
And as I've been on coaching courses, obviously, and I've been in football all my life, and straight away, when a team goes down to 10 men, you go, right, they're back 4, you have to occupy all 4 of them, so they can't help each other. So you go left winger, right winger, 2 strikers. All 4 of you can't help each other. You're all occupied. You got a spare man all over the pitch. They've only got 1 striker, so you can push your 2 fullbacks in, and your 2 wingers on. And you say, come on, you won't get out of your half. You can't get out of your own half because every time you clear it, we've got 2 centre backs getting there before you. So you have to take the game to the opposition, and he didn't.
No.
Well, I was shocked.
No, he didn't.
Its shape, its personnel, there's a lot of question marks, but we'll hone in on Manchester United a bit because Bruno Fernandes obviously added to what, it's a bit of a circus, to be honest, at times, isn't it, Manchester United? I can fully admit that. But he came out and he said he was hurt by the club. Dino, I know you feel a certain way about this, so I'll go to you straight away. Do you feel like he was out of order for saying that, for coming out and making those comments?
Why did you come out with that? We've just seen Man United going through a turbulent time. And by the way, I want to see Man United. I want Man United to be back where they were. They are arguably the biggest club in the world.
Yeah.
They've gone through a terrible 5 or 6 years where Mourinho was on the back page arguing with Pogba every day. Man United used to be on the back page for football reasons. Giggs to Scholes to Beckham, Andy Cole, Dwight York, Van Persie, Ince. They used to be on in the paper for that reasons. To see Man United every day, it seemed like, didn't it? Arguing amongst each other. There's problems in the camp.
Yeah.
Then you got Martial, Rashford. And then Fernandes has been there, by the way. For me, he's not won enough to call himself.
Trophies-wise?
No.
Yeah,
he's been there
okay.
a lot. Luke Shaw's been there a long time. They've been there a long time without winning. If you're at Man United, usually, you win something every year. You got 12. Yeah. Ryan Giggs has got 17 trophies.
Yeah.
Just by being there.
Obviously. What's he got? 13 league titles.
Yeah.
It's mental.
It wasn't an era where Manchester United were at the peak of their powers, though. This is the worst Manchester United we've seen in the Premier League era. You do have to factor that in with whether he's bringing trophies or not. But I do take your point.
No, but why do you think he's come out with that statement again? Because it's just bad press again for the club.
I agree with that.
Like they're doing a bit better. That's the last thing the manager needed.
It's how you handle it as well. If you think about this, we've seen this before years and years ago. Remember when Roy Keane spoke on MUTV or whatever it used to be called, that the in-house TV. I don't think we ever saw the interview.
Didn't see Roy Keane again.
Exactly. So the way, and Roy Keane, obviously an icon of football, an icon of the club, one of the greatest players to have ever played in that midfield. And when you think of the great names that have played in that midfield, you're really saying something there about Keane. He was fined, I think, quite a lot of money at the time, about $5,000 fined, and basically cast aside off the back of talking in an unsolicited interview in a way that was derogatory about the club.
And the players.
And his teammates.
Yeah.
That was the way that Manchester United handled it when there were standards at the club.
Yeah.
He was cast aside.
But what I will caveat to that. So what I think to your question is why has he said that? I think he said that because he's been asked a question. So I have a bigger problem with post-match conferences because nothing ever good. When you ask a player to be honest and they're honest, it just erupts. It becomes a media frenzy. Which look, fine, maybe it's something about the club. There should be more PR training. I don't know. But he said exactly what he said in the summer. If the club wants me, I'll stay. If they don't want me, I'll go. I'm getting that feeling. And he basically just said that again.
But he's playing every week. Why is he getting a feeling he's not wanted?
Well, because he's playing in a position, right, that he shouldn't be playing in. Let's be honest. A 10 was prioritised when, in my opinion, he was the best 10 in the league. So obviously he's getting an indication.
In the league?
Second. He's the best 10 in the league, in my opinion.
I can tell you're a Man United fan.
You don't think he's the best 10 in the league?
No, I don't think. This is a bit controversial. If I was managing the top 6, I wouldn't sign him.
Dino, You do not mean that.
I do all
I'm
the time.
defending Bruno every week.
You can't have thought
point.
he was not a better player than Cole Palmer last season. He's not a better player than Morgan Rogers this season.
If you want to do a season, but Bruno Fernandes is a better player than Cole Palmer. And Bruno has done for Man United. If you put Cole Palmer in that Man United side, he would not do the figures and the numbers that Bruno is doing.
don't think that's
Absolutely
true.
no chance. And if you put Bruno in that Chelsea side, I think they climb up the table.
You saw what Cole Palmer did. He was a one-man team at Chelsea the first season he arrived.
Yeah, okay. But
He's then single-handedly won a silverware every time he's had the opportunity.
Since 2020, which is when Bruno Fernandes joined, he's been in double figures for goals and double figures for assists every year for Man United. No one's created more chances than him in the league by about 140 chances. He is number 10. He is an absolute machine. In Europa League history in the last 10 years, I don't think anyone's created more chances than him.
He's the captain of the worst ever Man United team.
Yeah, he saved us from relegation.
But you have to take some responsibility for that, don't you?
I think he does.
If you're the captain, like for example, when Chelsea had Marcel Desailly as captain, we didn't win away in the league until the April that season. We didn't win away. As the club captain, Marcel Desailly needs to take some responsibility. Bruno Fernandes was the captain of a Man United team that got beat by Tottenham Hotspur in a European final.
Yeah, of course.
I'll tell you something else as well. You know his position he plays in?
Yeah.
That is a privileged, rare position where you basically, number 10 means you're not going to stand up front and play with your back to goal, but you don't have to run back.
Yeah, sure.
Right? So your job is to create.
Yeah.
Find pockets and create.
Which he does.
It's called a free roll. And the rest of the group, the other 10, sort of swallow it.
Yeah.
That if we leave him on his own, he's going to win games for us. Mm-hmm. He's like number 10. So he's playing for Man United. His stats should be up there.
They are, though.
He's playing for Man United.
They are, though. They are.
And Man United's wage bill for the last 5 years is up there.
Yeah.
They can have whoever they want. They could have signed... They've messed up, haven't they, in the recruitment?
Oh, that's been their biggest problem.
They pay the biggest wages, so you can have whoever you want, and they've picked the wrong players.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bruno Fernandes, at one point for me, was the problem. He's when he's struggling, you can't play with a number 10. Everybody, all hands to the pump.
I'm gonna, I will go to your just quickly because I've been told we need to move on. Your top 6 comment there, right? Your traditional top 6.
So he's better than Wirtz. Bear in mind now, he's gone through a rough patch, but class is permanent, form is temporary.
He's a million miles ahead of Wirtz. I can't even entertain a Wirtz conversation.
We'll wait and see on that one. Go on, next.
Cole Palmer is up for debate.
No.
I will acknowledge it's up for debate, okay? But I think he's better. Who else?
Odegaard.
Does he get into
Rogers?
He's way better than Odegaard.
No.
He's
Rogers.
Traditional top 6 or current top 6?
So I'm just thinking of 10s.
Yeah, he's better than Rogers.
Better than Rogers?
Yeah, he's done it for far longer. Come on, guys.
Done what?
Bruno Fernandes is
what's he won?
way better than...
What's he won in his career at Man United?
If we're talking about what you've just
Man
been talking
United,
about
by the way.
I'm not talking chances created. I'm talking goals and assists. He's been unbelievable and consistent every single year.
Do you know this defence that you're putting in for Bruno Fernandes? Does it change at all with the way that he's spoken recently?
No. If we're talking about him as a player,
it's just very disrespectful to his club and manager and team.
How was his comments disrespectful? How are they disrespectful to the club? He's talking about what the club have told him. That's not disrespectful. It's.
What you think it's correct that we are privy to that information?
Well, he was asked whether it's basically said what he said now in the summer. What are your plans? What are your future? He said, if the club want me, they want me. If they don't want me, they don't want me. He's come out. He said, I felt a little bit hurt because I didn't know if I felt like the club wanted me. I don't think that's disrespectful.
Yeah,
I think we're being a bit sensitive here. It's not like Salah saying the club threw me under the bus. They're worlds apart. Those
well, they're
comments.
both wrong.
Yeah,
in my
maybe
opinion.
he shouldn't have come out. But I don't think he was disrespectful to the club. And to be honest with you, he's come out and he said, I turn up every single week and there's players in the camp, potentially.
In his opinion, he does.
When you look at the brother, when you look at someone's brother causing controversy, Bruno's not doing any of that.
Do you think he's turned up every week?
Yes.
He's had spells where he's been horrendous.
No, he has not.
He has.
He's never been horrendous.
His stats, right? So say you had a go at Martial. You can have a go at Martial, can't you? Right? And he go on, what's your argument? Yeah, I ain't got one. Fernandes has got a bit of an argument because he can say, look at my assists, look at my goals. But the machine, Man United, have to win things. If you play for Man United, you win things. So you're a journalist and I'm Fernandes, right? And you ask me, Bruno, after the game, in the area, Bruno, do you think you're playing the right system?
Yeah.
He doesn't think he's playing the right system, right? Just in hindsight. I'm going to say, that's down to the manager, that's the manager's. That's not my job.
I'll do my bit.
But this is my point. Why even ask the question? I cannot stand the. Do you think playing in the right shape? It's up to the manager. It's up to the manager. Yeah, of course it is. But this is the point. When a player becomes honest, it's a media frenzy. What's the point in even asking the question? Why don't we just have a pre-recorded message of Bruno going, the manager, we trust the manager, and what's most important is the 3 points.
Well, is it? There's
why don't we just do that?
There's honest and there's ignorant.
We could go
right.
I agree.
Say there's a woman walking down the street outside and she's got the ugliest baby in the world, and she leans over to you and she said, "Do you think my baby's pretty?"
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
And what are you going to say?
I'd say
you can be honest.
I'd say whatever shape the manager wants me to play, we'll play. Right, I've got to move aside. I've got to move aside. We could have spent all day on that. Quickly. Jake Paul versus AJ, of course, on Saturday. We talk about circuses. This is another one. I've got to be very quick on this, so just a couple lines each with you. I've got the odds as it stands right in front of me. AJ is 1-12 favourite, of course he is, and Jake Paul is 13-2. How do you think it's going to go, Rory? It's only a couple of days away. What do you think?
I think it's going to be.
Could you care less, first of all?
Yeah, I can. And
Okay,
I'll be
good,
watching.
good.
I do. I am looking forward to it.
Me
It's
too.
a great spectacle, and I think there's going to be a moment, and this is the moment I'm really looking forward to, when Jake Paul suddenly realises that he's playing with fire. I think at the moment it's all fun and games. At the moment he's thinking about the money. He genuinely believes that he's a boxer of noteworthy quality. He genuinely believes that he can win. But there's going to be a moment, that epiphany moment, and we're going to see it in his eyes, when he looks across the ring, maybe 1 minute, 60 seconds before the bell goes. Yeah. And he looks at Anthony Joshua, who stood there, 6'6", absolute king, icon of the sport. And Jake Paul is going to go, "Oh my God, what have I done?" Yeah. And then he's going to get. Then he's going to get.
Go on, give me a round.
How much
then.
they getting, by the way? How much
round.
they getting paid?
1 round. You think it's going to be
75 million quid each?
Yeah.
So for 75 million, now, if you said to me, "Get in the ring with Anthony Joshua," right? He's probably going to batter you.
Yeah.
But you're going to get 75
might
million.
die.
So what I'll do, I'll take a few punches in the first round, and then I'll go down on one knee, and I won't make the count.
Yeah.
I can envisage Jake Paul being in the corner on one knee, and the ref counts him out, and he goes.
Yeah.
Do you know what though is?
That's a good
do you know what is slightly worrying?
Go on.
And I feel very sorry for Anthony Joshua. You know, Jake Paul is marketing himself as a boxer. Anthony Joshua therefore needs to take it seriously.
Yeah.
I think Anthony Joshua could kill him.
Well, I've
heard that
that's the brutality of the sport, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
why
but
he needs to take it seriously.
people won't. There is an honour among boxing, right? When two boxers go head to head, people will suddenly say that Jake Paul isn't a boxer when that and I feel like that's it. Anthony Joshua can't really win. His bank account can win, but he can't really win. If he wins in 1 round, if he wins in 2 rounds, if he hurts him, people are going to get on their moral high horse about it. Yeah, but I think I've got no issue with him making the money. I think good luck to him.
But if you're Anthony Joshua and someone says to you, "Listen, it's a Mickey Mouse fight." Yeah. But I'm going to give you 75 million.
And
do you want to do it? And they'll go, "Yeah, all right, I don't care. If it's embarrassing, I don't care."
75 million quid.
And they'll go, "Stretch it out, AJ, will you?
And,
just make it last a bit."
And I think, do you know what was going to happen? I think this is all a prelude to ultimately Joshua versus Fury, right? That's what's going to happen in 2026. Yeah. Joshua hasn't had a fight for a long time. Yeah. So he needs to fight, he needs to move, he needs to be in a ring. If you need to fight almost a gimme fighter, it might as well be the one that gives you 75 million quid rather than the one that gives you 5.
Yeah, no, you're right. Here we go. What is the best boxing match we can come up with all the talent in the talkSPORT building? If you had to put 2 presenters, hosts, broadcasters against each other, who would you pick? I'd love to see Simon Jordan
Hawksby
in there,
versus Jacobs.
That's a great one. Hawksby versus Jacobs.
Simon Jordan against Adrian Durham.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be unbelievable.
Yeah, Jordan Durham.
Maybe Alan Brazil versus Durham.
Hey, by the way, you asked me about all them footballers. Alan Brazil was a top player.
Oh,
yeah.
you know what?
Never even mentioned him.
Do you know? I think he was on the list. I might have missed that out. But
do you know what he was brilliant at?
Overhead kicks.
One-on-ones with a keeper.
Oh, really?
Never missed. Yeah.
Really?
Wow. So when
did he have a particular method? Would he sit the keeper down?
Yeah.
Would he go round?
Feint.
Really?
A bit like Peter Beardsley. Feint.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Really?
Honestly, it's the hardest finish. When you get through on the keeper, you hope, like, go on, make my mind up. Come and run at me or something where you can just go round them or leave a gap. But when keepers just stand there and go on, what are you going to do? He feint. He'd go feint and then drag it.
Oh, there you go.
He was brilliant.
I know. I have heard that from a lot of people, to be honest. Ali says the same about him as well. Quickly on Chelsea, we're going to preview them in a little bit. But just about this player specifically, Garnacho.
Yeah.
what another polarising figure that has come from the Manchester United ranks. Do you think he should be starting for Chelsea? Do you think he has? Is he building a case to start for Chelsea? What do you reckon?
Possibly. I mean, look, I don't like Garnacho almost on principle. I didn't like the way that he behaved at Manchester United, and unlike you, Ryan, I think there is a principle at stake. And when you behave the way that you did at Old Trafford, when you're wearing a Marcus Rashford shirt, when you're still a Manchester United player, when he's playing for Aston Villa, when you've got your brother kind of gobbing off to the media constantly, you're not really a player that I can warm to. How can I possibly really like Alejandro Garnacho? Fair. I don't think he's anywhere near the player that he thinks he is. Is he good enough to start for Chelsea? Probably, but that's more of an indictment on our recruitment, isn't it? That's more of, is Alejandro Garnacho a better player than Jamie Gittins? Yeah, he is.
I'm glad you said all that, because it's what I was thinking. And on top of what you've just said, from a good source, what I've been told, he's arguing on the training ground with Amarin about tactics.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Like, who do you think you are?
And there's a lot of people in the country, like footballers, and there's a lot that have disdain for the modern day footballer. And that bracket of the modern day footballer,
it's personified by Garnacho, isn't it?
He's in there.
Right.
Who do you think you are? Right. You've done nothing in the game.
You are right. So I'll give you that.
Knuckle down, work hard. The only defence I've got for him is the culture they had at Man United as a winger. If you're in training every day and you see Rashford walking, Sancho walking, Martial walking, and they're all walking about, you end up walking.
Yeah.
And that's what does Roy Keane's. If you were in Roy Keane's five-a-side team and you started walking about, forget the manager. He's going. I've played with players like that.
Yeah.
In training every day, if you started not running, it's a personal insult to them.
See, this now goes back to everything that we were saying about Bruno Fernandes, just very quickly, right? Would you, when you were playing, regardless of what the manager's tactics were, you would presumably have players, and you would have been the kind of player yourself who would just demand excellence, demand that the tide rises. Like, players that you would have played with just wouldn't have allowed the sink to ship the way that Manchester United have on Bruno Fernandes' watch.
I just think that's harsh, man.
I don't know whether
you lost to Tottenham, to Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham.
How is that
in Europe?
Fault?
Well, what I'm saying is it happened on his watch.
Yeah, but I just think that
a captain of Manchester United should be elevating everyone around him.
He does, though. He saved
got
us
beat by Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham.
He saved us from relegation.
He nearly got relegated last year.
Yes.
And Bruno's your number 10.
That's the state we're in. Yeah, but his numbers were unbelievable. His numbers were unbelievable last season.
The final in Spain, like an institution like Manchester United just doesn't lose to a Tottenham side.
I know that. I was inconsolable for days. I felt it for ages. I know what you're saying, but I just don't. I think Bruno, I get he's a captain and the captain goes down with the ship and all that, but nah, man, we're lucky to have him.
Let me give you an example. I'm sure Graham Souness won't mind me saying this because I speak to him quite regular. And I said, can you remember the Ross Barkley incident at Luton where he just walked round Rashford?
Yeah.
Remember? You just walked past him.
Yes.
And I said to Graham, we were just talking about things in general. I went, did you see that the other day about where Ross Barkley? He went, that is Man United in a nutshell.
Yeah.
That incident there, don't think that's just happening on a Saturday. That must be happening every day because I imagine him being in my five-a-side team or Phil Neal's five-a-side team or Kenny Dalglish or Terry McDermott or... the whole lot of them would have gone, what do you think you're playing at? And it gets knocked out of you in training.
Yeah.
But if nobody's saying anything and your senior players aren't very good,
it's allowed to fester.
It turns into a bad culture.
Bruno is saying things, so I assure you that.
Well, don't get me wrong. I think he's a really talented player, but I wouldn't. If I was a top 6 team, I wouldn't sign him.
I think it's falling into. I think that's mental. I think it's falling. You cannot agree with that, Rory. I don't know why.
Well, watch how many try and sign him.
Say again, sorry.
Wait and see.
You
don't do that.
It's Saudi.
I don't know.
That's the thing, though. It's not.
He might, but
do you think he makes Arsenal better?
Come on, is he better than Odegaard?
Yeah,
he's better than Odegaard.
He's not.
Is he better for the team than Odegaard?
What's wrong with him? Why wouldn't he be? Honestly, I'm getting
let's go.
Another week defending Bruno Fernandes. I just don't understand. We should all be thankful he's in the Premier League. What you're watching every week from that man, and I'm going to move on from there. Right, It's see how I can have the final word. We're going to move on to what we do here, Dino. Is we build up a Studs Up ACCA, where that will be available on site. Okay, so we're going to get a fixture each. We're going to do a prediction, and we'll get stuck into it. The first fixture here. So you've been allocated Spurs Liverpool. So I'll give you a moment to think about that. We'll start with you, Rory.
Right.
You've been given Newcastle versus Chelsea, which the super boost for TalkSPORT Bet is in as well. I'll talk about that in a second. Early kickoff. Newcastle obviously bounced back in the week, but they're licking their wounds from the weekend, aren't they? So what are you thinking about this?
I don't think they have bounced back. Losing a derby in the way that they did, I think, will be really detrimental to everything. Yeah. And I think for the first time ever, like, Eddie Howe is under a little bit of pressure. Like, I rate Howe. I still do want Howe to be the England manager. But I think for the first time ever, people are starting to say, is he the man to steer the ship? Is he the man to get Newcastle back on the straight and narrow? We have a terrible record at St James's Park, like really bad.
Yeah.
It's not been a ground that's been kind to us, even when we were brilliant. I remember when we won the league under Mourinho, we went there final day of the season, we only drew. Like, we don't have a good record up there at all. But I think we'll win this. I do, because I think the ramifications of losing to Sunderland are going to be there. Like, it's so undermining for the club.
They scored in the last minute last night.
Yeah, I think that will help. I think that will help. Them doing well, and obviously they're the current holders of the League Cup. Silverware has been, it's been basically non-existent on there for not far off for 100 years. But I think we'll beat them. I really do. I think when I've seen sides, you can talk about this far more eloquently than I can, Dean. But when I've seen sides lose one of those kind of games, how damaging is it to lose to Sunderland in that manner? To see Sunderland above them when you think of the rivalry between the two clubs.
Pitch, the revenge.
Of all the clubs I've been at, big clubs over the world, Newcastle shocked me the most. I was assistant manager with Graham Souness, and I couldn't believe everybody's got a shirt. People only go to work. They only go to work to buy a shirt and a season ticket.
For football,
So they have to get the money to get a season ticket. Outside the ground, when we were there, there's like 3,000 or 4,000 can't get in. Listen to the game.
Yeah.
They stand outside listening. Can't get in the game. So the passion there, if they get it right, if Eddie Howe gets it right, he will be walking on water forever. And they expect up, back, wide, cross.
Yeah.
Up, back, wide, cross. Passing it across the back, when Rafa Benitez was there, everyone's fallen asleep. So I was there when we beat Sunderland. Shola Amiobi scored 2 goals, 2 headers. And it was all that mattered in the area. We can't lose to these. The women in the canteen, how are you feeling? Hey, forget the game Saturday. We can't lose to Sunderland. My brother-in-law.
Yeah.
So it is a blow the way it happened as well. But Sunderland, Sunderland are like they're like a wild horse that hasn't been tamed yet. They actually think they can beat anyone.
Such a good side.
They're on a roll, aren't they?
Absolutely. It's been amazing from them. And you're right, that will hurt. And you've gone Chelsea.
I think we'll beat them.
Can I get a score prediction?
Yeah, I've got 2-1 Chelsea.
All right, so you think you're going to edge it? Okay, listen, fine. I'm going to lock it in. There's nothing you can do about it now. And based on what you've just said there, and I'll say straight down the lens to you guys, it's a super boost. What TalkSPORT Bet started doing, some fantastic prices, and it comes in the early kickoff. Chelsea versus Newcastle. Both teams to score. It was 8-15, and it's been super boosted to evens, which is like Rory thinks it's going to happen. I think both teams are going to score as well. So I'm enjoying that, Dino. I'm enjoying that super boost there. It's nice.
He made 11 changes, didn't he, at Cardiff?
Yeah.
Just got through. Cardiff played really well. But they brought the subs on, Neto and Garnacho, and actually won the game from it, which is he's part of his squad. But he made another 11 changes, which was a massive risk.
I know. Right, okay. Spurs versus Liverpool. Gosh, I tell you what, they're all difficult these days, the Premier League, but I think this is a rough one to predict. This is so tough. Spurs versus Liverpool. Spurs 6 losses this season. They've been very poor at home. This is at home. But Spurs have to go for it, don't they, Dino? Surely.
Well, they're a bit inconsistent at the moment, Spurs, and Thomas Frank's trying to make them consistent. He's trying to get a system that suits everyone. He will change. He's not like Amorim. He will change during the game, but struggling at the minute. And it's hard to manage Spurs, isn't it? But Liverpool, for me, although is it 5 games now without losing, I think? They've gone?
Yeah, they've turned the corner, might be a stretch, but they've certainly steadied the ship.
Do you know what that does? It stops the culture from going down the drain.
Yeah.
Because playing for Liverpool, you can't lose that many games. So the players, it's the self-preservation order comes into players, and Salah chucked one in.
Yeah.
If he'd have kept losing, there'd be a few other players chucking one in. I think at the moment, Liverpool have got a group of excellent footballers not playing like a team.
Yeah, they're not clicking. Do you
Not
think
playing
Mo
like a
Salah
team.
going to AFCON might help that scenario? What do you think about that?
Maybe if you just keep, all he has to do, Slot, is keeping the wolves from the door. Just keep getting results and then piecing together so the team starts playing like, I mean, Liverpool had James Milner, Henderson and Fabinho, not the 3 best players in the world, but they made the team tick.
Yeah.
Mane, Salah, Firmino, the 3 midfield players who you wouldn't select in Liverpool's best ever team.
No.
But Liverpool right now, if you put them on the pitch and said to, say, Wirtz, you pick the team today and you decide the tactics. See you tomorrow. If you just stuck them on the pitch, they'd still beat most teams.
Because of the quality.
Yeah, so at the minute, I think they're winning games on that. They're not playing like a team. The 2 midfield players were in the 6-yard box defending at the end of the game last week. The back 4 seems out of shape sometimes. I'm not being negative, but
No, yeah.
I'm trying. Liverpool, if they click and they get the team playing like a team, they'll beat everyone.
Is that time or is that slots or it's change of manager? What?
It's a jigsaw puzzle. Like you sign players, he would have signed players, and he would have imagined in his head, I'll have Wirtz in there, number 10. I'll have Ekitike and Isaac. I'll have Gapgo playing instead of Diaz. I'll have Kirkes instead of Andy Robertson, a younger version.
Yeah.
And then you put him on the pitch, and you go, oh my God, what's gone wrong here? So you don't normally get the time to put the jigsaw back together. He's trying to get the jigsaw right, and then you get your best player, Kane, in you.
Yeah, you know what? Before I get your prediction, because that you kind of
I haven't got to that yet.
No, I know. You've set it up beautifully. 51 million for Xavi Simons. When we talk about players, we talk about the summer. What do you think about that piece of business? How would you rank that?
Absolute flop.
Yeah.
So lightweight, doesn't look suited to the Premier League at all.
Yeah.
Came with a big track record, but there's a reason why he's been at so many big clubs, and so many big clubs have longed him off. Like,
you think so? You think that kind of, if you look at his track record at his previous clubs, that kind of tells you the story?
Yeah. People used to always tell me about Alvaro Morata, how good he was going to be for Chelsea, because Juve, and how many times he won the European Cup. You look at the clubs he played for, Real Madrid, Juve, Atletico Madrid, you think it's going to be some player. He probably makes it into Chelsea's worst all-time 11.
Worst?
Possibly, him and Chris Sutton up front.
Chris.
Go on then, Dido. We'll throw it back to you. Now you've heard Rory's thoughts. Score prediction.
I think Liverpool's players will manage to get a result. I think Spurs will score, because Liverpool...
Yeah, shaking the back.
When Liverpool won the league last year, they hardly let a goal in. Now they're letting 3s and 2s and 3s, and
bad. Still
not right. So I'm going to say, if I had to do a correct score, I would say Liverpool 2-1.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we've gone for a pair of 2-1s.
What are you saying for your fixture?
So Villa versus Manchester United is mine. Again, if you had to probably pick a team you don't want to play in the Premier League right now, it would be Aston Villa, especially where they are in the table, what they did against Arsenal. But one thing I will say, so all my mates are Villa fans, just for context. My best mate is a Villa fan, and we always get together to watch a game. It was on Boxing Day one of the days, which was unbelievable, a couple of years back. Villa don't like playing against Manchester United, and I think Villa fans listening and watching this right now will say the same thing.
Is it at Villa
Hang
Park?
on a minute.
It's at Villa Park.
Yeah, Man United got a great record there, even like semi-finals and all that.
I'd consider us being their bogey team, even though we're one of the traditional big
I can't
six.
agree with you.
Go on.
I mean, we always used to beat them.
When you were playing, probably.
We beat them in the cup final at
Yeah.
Wembley.
Yeah.
We beat them at Villa Park.
Yeah.
Beat them at Old Trafford.
Get your boots back on.
Next generation, yeah.
They used to be my favourite team to play against.
How times have changed. Do you know what? I'd say in recent history then, let me add that caveat.
What do you mean recent? I'm not that old.
Drop myself in it there. So I am of course I'm intimidated. And if the Villa we've seen rock up and the Man United that we've seen rock up, we're going to get absolutely
Ryan,
tonked.
just predict. If you say anything other than a Villa win, you lose all. I lose all respect for you.
I think that happened a few weeks ago anyway, Rory. I'm going to go Manchester United win.
I lost all respect for you.
I think we win. I think we're going to beat them.
There's no doubt.
I think we'll beat them.
Ball off them.
I think
they're going to beat you 3-0.
Cunha and Bomo and Šeško. Is that what you say?
Yeah, Šeško, yeah.
They're 3 better players than you had.
Yeah, for sure.
That's an improvement,
yeah.
right? I like
Mbeumo.
Mbeumo. Cunha's got a bit. He's talented, isn't he?
Yeah.
So they're definitely better in front of goal than they were. At the back, I mean, 3 centre-halves are injured last week, but shambles.
Villa beat you 3-0. I'm going to do the prediction for you.
No.
Because this is mental. This is like,
do you know what?
You're undermining the show.
I have.
You're undermining the whole show.
I've had some come in recently. What I'll say, right? What I will say is, just that chat you've just had there reminded me. Mbeumo and Ahmad are off. They're at AFCON, so I need to factor that into my thinking. Actually, right. I'm gonna go 1-1 draw. I think this is going to be a draw.
Did you not watch the game the other night?
Which one?
Like when Bournemouth missed a chance to win 5.
Yeah, to ruin our record.
They let
as well,
4 goals in again.
I know. Look, that it was horrendous. However, I do think that is just an advertisement for how bonkers the Premier League is this year. We shouldn't be conceding 4 at home, of course not. But it was just an absolute blockbuster. I mean, the neutral absolutely loves that game. Do you know what I mean? Man United, and if you speak to most Man United fans, we're not that downhearted about that 4-4. I know that sounds
you should
crazy.
be.
Well, but if you hold us by the old standards, which everyone seems to be doing, Giggs and Scholes and Beckham's already come up in this podcast today. We're not that Man United right now. We're
let
not.
me just tell you, Mourinho, when he was manager, if he'd have managed the game against Bournemouth the other night, that game would have never been 4-4.
No, of course not.
Because he would have spoilt the game.
I agree. And look, there's question marks over at Amorim. But by the way, it was the first time we've seen him change his style, which again...
What's your prediction?
1-1.
Oh, so we've got you. We did talk you down off the win.
I thought we were going to edge it, and then I remembered Mbeumo, who's been our most prolific player, is gone, and Ahmad's gone. But I don't think
the unofficial studs up prediction is Aston Villa win the game 3-0.
I've got more respect for you now because you could have backed out of that.
Yeah,
but you can't go against your own team.
I've lost all respect for you.
No.
You've got
Look at this.
You've got to go you've got a draw, and 1-1 draw.
Yeah,
so you've scored as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you've got to show a bit of loyalty.
That's respectable, right? Okay, well that is the Studs Up Packer, which will be on site and on the app as well. We've gone for a Chelsea 2-1 win. We've gone for a Liverpool 2-1 win, and Villa versus Manchester United will definitely be a 1-1 draw. And the Super Boost, don't forget to check that out. Comes in the Chelsea Newcastle early kickoff. It's both teams to score. Was 8-15. It's now evens. Unbelievable from talkSPORT Bet. What are you doing to us? Right, I've given us some time, which we always do here, Dino. We are the home of the Mount Rushmore, okay? So we have a different topic every week. We've themed it over Christmas in December, and we've got an absolute cracker here, excuse the pun, right? Mount Rushmore of the Christmas dinner plate. So I want the 4 best ingredients, the 4 best elements of a Christmas dinner plate. See, we're going easy. There's sharp intakes of breath here.
Easy.
We've got to start with you then, Rory.
Turkey.
Okay.
I eat turkey every day through December.
Well,
yeah. If it's on the menu, I embrace the festivities.
Rory fact number 67. He has turkey every day in December.
Number 2, only if you've got cranberry sauce.
There we go.
I love cranberry sauce.
There we go.
With your turkey.
Love that.
Otherwise,
Love
it's
that.
a bit dry.
Essential.
Yeah, we're flying right
Essential.
now.
Yeah.
I am going to go because I'm going to leave the 4th spot because I'm hoping it's going to come up. I love the stuffing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say
Great
stuffing
shout.
has to be on there. So
then there's an obvious winner.
There's an obvious winner, isn't
which
there?
is a spud.
Oh no, that's not mine.
No.
Roast potato.
Parsnips.
Oh, what?
Over a roast potato.
What, Dino? That's
I mean,
rogue.
I love a parsnip, but
That
not
is
over a roast
parsnips.
potato.
No way.
What are you thinking?
Gravy.
Sprout.
Yeah.
Gravy.
Sprouts and bacon, lovely together.
Sweet.
Pigs in blankets, is
Beautiful.
it?
But
Are we
you
overlooking
need
pigs
a
in
roast
blankets?
potato. The roast potato is the foundation. It's like the founding father of the plate. isn't
Someone big is getting left off here.
Call me a weirdo, right? But
Okay.
when I was playing football and I was behind my tally at Christmas, so I was on 7, not 10,
Right.
which was my target.
Yeah.
As we were coming up to these 3 games now over Christmas, close to close, I used to think, if I don't eat the roast potatoes, the parsnip, and I don't have Christmas pudding, I'm going to be bang at it on Boxing Day.
No,
it? Whereas the centre half,
Whereas
the
Steve
centre
Bruce
half,
and Gary Pallister would be like that.
yeah, they've been smashing through Yorkshire puddings. Yeah.
So I wouldn't eat it, and I would,
Really?
and I'd feel better. So
Did
I'd
you
run
enjoy
out.
Boxing Day games?
Love it.
Really, shame,
Shame, isn't it? It is a shame.
What do you mean? Yeah, well,
We've got one, haven't we?
What?
do you know
Man
what?
United, Newcastle.
They've all had a go, haven't they? Avram Grant had a go, changed the fixture list. Jurgen Klopp's had a go. Pep Guardiola's had a go.
Yeah.
Don't come over here and ruin our pyramid system. It's the best in the world. My granddad took me to Boxing Day games.
Yeah.
My dad took me to boxing games. It's tradition. We all go to Boxing Day games. You've had a winter break where you've been.
Yep.
In your
Yeah.
careers, all of you have had a winter break. We don't have a winter break. We love it.
Agreed.
And the players like playing.
We couldn't
on
have said it
Boxing
better
Day.
ourselves. It should be happening. Right, we've got to lock in the... Dino, I'm sorry to do this because I have a tremendous amount of respect for you. Parsnips, for the love of God, cannot go on the
Over a
Mount
roast
Rushmore.
potato is
Definitely not.
bonkers.
I've got to veto it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that because I don't think Rory's happy with that either. But...
It has to be a spud. I'm so right on
one thing on everything I say.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is a Christmas dinner as good without gravy? Can you be raw dogging a Christmas dinner dry
But you've
like
got the
that?
cranberry.
Do you know if you keep eating the way you're eating, you're not going to look like that for much longer?
I'll take that on board. What we locking in? We'll put it to Dino. Gravy or spuds? What we putting on there? On the
You can't have... I don't eat the spuds.
Oh
yes!
Gravy.
Even now?
Yes.
No.
Even now?
No, I don't eat them.
I thought it was just like a Boxing Day
No, I
thing
just
because of
leave-
Gary Pallister.
No, I still think to myself, my buttons on my shirt are popping. I'll leave the spuds.
I'm never leaving a spud.
Wow.
I'll go straight in for
Like,
the spud.
once your buttons start doing that,
Yeah, that's no good. That's no good, Dino.
otherwise you got to buy a new wardrobe, haven't you?
You got to watch your figure.
Honestly, you're eating too much.
I am. Listen, I need to behave. But gravy, you've made me a very happy man because that's going on Mount Rushmore. What a Mount Rushmore it is. Of course, drop in the comments what you think it is as well. And boys, I'm sorry to say, that's it. An hour's passed already, and that is the end of the podcast. It's been a pleasure. You enjoyed yourself?
Been an honour.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah. How was your debut, Dino? You enjoyed it?
Yeah, great. I like you can, if I have a few days off the breakfast show or sports bar or whatever, I store a few things up.
Yeah, man.
And I've got them off my chest.
You're raring to go.
Bruno Fernandes coming out with that. I'm thinking, why?
Yeah, exactly.
So I got that off my chest.
Nice.
Amazing. Well, another week and another week of Bruno chat. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. And of course, we will be back next week with a Christmas special. So stay tuned for that.